Hi everyone, it's Amy Shahinsky with Fun with Stamping, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I want to share with you this fun fold, but also changing our designer series paper and giving it a little frosted look, a little shimmery look, really simple and easy with our new Stampin' Blends and the Frost White Shimmer paint. So let's get started. So first we have our card base, which is our basic black, and it's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to do some trimming on this. We have a piece of Whisper or basic white, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. And I used the textured paint 3D embossing folder on this to give a little texture to the background. Two more pieces of basic white, and these measures 3 by 4.5, and you need two. About 6 inches of ribbon. And then this is from the Stitched Nested Label Dies, and I believe this is the second smallest one. And that's about it. Let's get started with cutting. So we want to make that fun fold, so we're going to bring in our paper trimmer. And we're going to put in our paper, and let's just say this is the top of the card. Here's our top, this is the fold. We're going to put this at 2 3/4. Okay, so again, here's our fold, here's the top of our card. Our cutting blade is the darker one, and we want to slice over just till we get to that score line without going over. So I always go a little bit short, a little bit short, go up to about 4 1/4. And there's a line here to kind of line it up, so it's really easy to see. Okay, so I'm gonna stop about there. Now we need to cut this chunk off. So I'm gonna turn this and line my edge up here to 4 1/4, because that is where the score line is. Here's the score line, and we need to cut from the score line up to that 2 3/4 line. So we're gonna go ahead and cut, bring this over a little bit more. And I like to stop because I can always bring my scissors in and chop the rest off, because I don't want to go over. I don't like to see that extra little cut mark. So we're just gonna trim this off. There we go. And that's how easy that is to make that fun fold. Okay, so we're gonna get this out of the way. Bring our pieces back in. So we have our white layer, and we're gonna go ahead, it's a black ink on the back side, so that's why we're using this side. And that is gonna go right in the middle of our card, like that. And here's the piece that we just cut off, and it is gonna go on one of our Whisper White layers, doesn't matter which one, except I think I have black on that one too. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on. Now this has to go on here. So we want to make sure that when you adhere this down, you only put adhesive on the bottom half. Don't do the whole one or you're going to glue your card shut. So I'm going to go about 3 or 4 lines of adhesive and center it just like there was a full card front there, even though we're missing part of it. Oh, that's a little crooked. Oh, that's okay. So put that there. So with this ribbon, I wanted it to be kind of like a W look, just to kind of give a little more texture and dimension to this card. So I started with a tail up, loop down, loop up, loop down, trying to make them even. And then I took my Terran tape and wrapped it around the bottom, so it looks like this. So that's got Terran tape, so that'll hold it really well behind when I stamp my expression. So I'm gonna bring in my Stampin' mat, Pierce mat, and I'm changing this one to be a birthday card. So the stamp set I'm using is Many Mates. I love this stamp set. I use it a lot because I like that it has an inside expression and an outside expression. So here is the Celebrate. And then on our inside layer here, I brought in also a flower from the prized Peony stamp set because it kind of looks like the designer series paper. And I like to have something on the inside there. And then this is Today Is All About You, also from Many Mates. And there we go. Close up our ink. Our stamping is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive all on the back side of this, because this is going to go behind this layer here. So all I do is I kind of line it up, hold it, and then shut it. So that is in the spot. And they'll open it up and it's gonna be like a little surprise. So the designer series paper, I'm using the True Love designer series paper. And here I have it. I already did my coloring. I used my Stampin' Blends in the Real Red and the Mossy Meadow. But the fun technique, I'm gonna bring in my silicone knot. Here is our blending brushes and our frost white shimmer paint. So you need like a palette. So I just use a clear block and probably about, that much. You don't need a lot. Dime size. And with our blending brush, I just dip it in and I'm gonna go ahead and coat the whole thing. I like to do circular motions, cover the whole red flower. See how it just kind of softens it, gives it that shimmer look? How pretty and quick. I mean, that is fast. And that's all, that's all you use. So now this is gonna be tacky for a little bit and that's okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and run this through the Subtles embossing folder to again, add a little bit more texture to the card. So put that aside. And here we have it done. And again, since the paper is all different, you can color your paper or your flower, whichever one you get. And you can use any designer series paper with this. Change it all into something shimmery frosty. So I'm gonna go ahead and add adhesive to the backside of this. I love this designer series paper. I love that we can change it and make it whatever color we want. And there we have beautiful front card. This I'm gonna use some dimensionals on. And put those more towards the bottom because this is going to come on. I'm going to take off my tear and tape. I just like to use it because sometimes this ribbon falls out. It's so a little bit thicker when you do that wrapping technique. There. And this way I know for sure it's not going to fall off the card. Now I'm going to angle that. And there we have it. A super easy, fun fold with our frost white shimmer paint. It's in the main catalog. Our new Stampin', these are amazing. You really need these. These are super fun and easy to work with. But how quick did that change that black and white paper with a little bit of color from our Stampin' Blends and our frost white shimmer paint? Really cute. So if you have any questions, please reach out. I'd love to help. And you can find all this product on my Fun with Stamping blog under Shop with Me. If you have any questions, here I am. Thanks, ladies. Have a great day.